Hello everybody! Today we're going to explore some properties, or the properties of prime and composite numbers all the way up to 100, and we're going to be using a number grid once again and doing some things on the number grid. The goal for today is to start seeing some patterns and recognizing some things as you look at multiples of certain numbers. So multiples of 2s, 3s, 5s, 10s, 6s, 7s, and then starting to find all the prime numbers all the way up to 100. This activity will help you see that and just kind of take a look at all the properties of these numbers and any patterns you're seeing. Really, really, really important today, you guys, is to follow the directions exactly as given in today's activity. Because this is more of an activity, an exploration activity to start making sense of some things rather than calculation. So you've got to make sure you follow the directions. What I put on here is actually what you're going to be doing for your assignment. So I'm not going to actually complete it, but I'm going to walk you through so you understand what the directions mean. So the first thing it says is to follow the directions. I cannot stress this enough, guys. If you don't follow these directions in order, you will spend a lot of time crossing things off, circling numbers, shading things, and then it'll all be incorrect and you'll have to start fresh. So that first direction says shade the number 1 red. If you don't do this, you will waste your time. Make sure you shade the number 1 red, okay? Then it says circle the first unmarked number. So 1 has already been marked because you highlighted it. So you're going to circle the number 2. That is the first unmarked number. Now let's go to step 2. Cross off every multiple of that number except the one you circled. And if it's already crossed off, skip it. So remember, a multiple of a number is basically any number that you hit when you skip count by that number. So if we're finding all multiples of 2, we're just going to skip count by 2 and cross off anything we hit when we skip count by 2. So I'm going to go 2, 4, and I'm just going to cross off all of the numbers I would hit when skip counting by 2, and you'll start to see a pattern, right? And you may already know this. You may say, Mrs. Davis, you know, we did this in first grade. Yeah, you did. And you did it in second grade, okay? But we want to start seeing some other patterns. So I'm crossing off all my 2s. I'm just going to go a little faster because I'm seeing the pattern emerge that we're going down in columns here, right? So that's the first round. And then it says on number 3, repeat steps 1 and 2 until every number is either circled or crossed off. So I'm going to go back to step number 2. It says step number 1. Circle the first unmarked number. Well, 1 has been marked, 2 has been marked, so now we're going to circle 3. Now I'm going to skip count by 3s, crossing off any numbers that I hit when I count by 3s. And if it's already crossed off, I'm just going to leave it because it's already been crossed off. So I'm going to go 3, 6, already crossed off, 9, I have to cross that one off because it hasn't been done, 12, already crossed off, 15, cross it off, 18, already done, 21, cross it off, 24, 27, 30, 33. And if at this point you don't know how to count by 3s, you can simply go 1, 2, 3, cross off, 1, 2, 3, cross off, 1, 2, 3, cross off, 1, 2, 3, cross off. Okay? And keep going. So you're going to continue to do that. When I'm done with that round, I'd look up here. 5 is the next number that's not crossed off. And I'd start skip counting by 5s and crossing off all the numbers I hit. When you are all done, what you will do is shade every crossed out number in orange, and then you will see on the next slide some questions for you asking about what you're seeing and what you're noticing. So we're going to be looking at things like, what are all the circled numbers? Why do you think the circled numbers, excuse me, don't you miss my sneezes, guys? Why do you think the circled numbers weren't crossed off? What do we know about all those circled numbers? Okay, and then think about all the numbers that we did cross off. What kind of numbers are those? So you're going to go ahead and do this activity, and I just really want you to be thinking about prime numbers, composite numbers, and some of these patterns that you'll notice along the way. Good luck, have fun, let me know if you